Ramadan Kareem, hoping Muslim faithful have had a blissful iftar this evening as we progress in the holy month with the spiritual fasting in this hot weather. All is well. Glory be to Allah. Our Sunday magazine package tonight is extraordinary. Don't wait to be told. On our lineup, Baba Buhari for All organization, Maiduguri this afternoon with 30 trucks of assorted food for IDPs in the spirit of Ramadan. First Lady's Pet Project, Future Assured, is back to Borno with goodies for women and youth. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, bows out of service, leaving behind a trail of achievements. Member, House of Assembly, representing Chibok, showers praises on Governor Zulum for people-oriented projects in his constituency. Plus, breaking of Ramadan fast with IDPs. Why is firewood more expensive than the food? And 100 days of Dr. Alilon Yaomi in Maiduguri, and lots more tonight to entertain you. I remain your regular anchor, Abubakar Muhammad Musa. We cannot thank you enough for always being part of Sunday Magazine. It's now time to begin the program proper. Baba Buhari for All, a non-governmental organization consisting of serving and former National Assembly members, has donated 30 trucks load of Ramadan Kareem assorted food items to internally displaced persons in Borno State. National coordinator of the organization, Jaji Aminu Sani, and other officials flagged off the donation at Muna IDP's camp, supported by Governor Babagana Umar Zulum and the SEMA Director General, Yaba Okulu. Mohammed Goni is on standby for us.
Baba for All is a non-governmental organization founded by former and present members of the National Assembly and other Nigerians to appreciate lovers of President Muhammadu Buhari for their unwavering support and to provide succor to IDPs and other vulnerable Nigerians. Items donated to the IDPs through the Borno State government include 20 truck loads of 50 and 25 kgs rice, as well as 10 truck loads of maize, millet, and guinea corn. Beneficiaries of the food support expressed joy over what they describe as timely intervention in the holy month of Ramadan. Governor Bagana Umara was full of praises to the Baba for All for the single largest donation in recent time and re-echoed call to other Nigerians to support the over 2 million IDPs in Borno, as government cannot do it alone.
Borno State has a total of 26 formal camps and a total of 35 non-formal camps. Most of the camps' population are not, the population is not less than that camp. While we are trying to move forward to ensure provision of short, medium-term, and longer-term sustainable solutions to this crisis, we shall do everything possible to provide the immediate needs, which is the humanitarian support.
National Coordinator Jaji Aminu Sani said Baba for All has ranked Borno as one of the states that has good leadership in terms of transparency in distribution of palliative and other support, adding that their organization has adopted the Borno method to be used across the country. While announcing that Borno will get highest quantum of its intervention, the national coordinator added that Baba for All initiative will also launch agriculture for all in Borno in partnership with the Borno state government.
Today is a day that I have never seen IDPs like what I saw today. It's really touching, but the most important thing is in life is to consider what Allah destined to a human being.
Chairman Borno State Chapter, Baba for All, Usman Zanna, noted that Borno's resources have been overstretched by the continued support to IDPs and the communities affected by the activities of terrorism, describing Governor Zulum as a courageous leader who has his people at heart.
I would like to also thank Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, in his passionate about the welfare and rehabilitation of the people affected by insurgency in this state. This led to the establishment of the Northeast Development Commission.
Director General Sema Yabawa Kolo appreciated Baba for All's huge donation and pledged to ensure that the commodities reach the targeted beneficiaries in line with transparent method already put in place by Governor Zulum.
Notice and information. This camp has over 80 households and they are zoned into 7 zones. It's the largest camp in the host community. And we have other largest one like El Meskin, Madina too, all big camps in the state.
Governor Bagana Umara and the national coordinator, Baba for All Jaji Aminu Sani, urged the IDPs to accept what happened as destined by Allah and use the holy month of Ramadan to pray for restoration of peace.
The benevolence by Baba Buhari for All will surely go down in history, considering the month-long Ramadan fast and the harsh weather condition being experienced in this part of the world. Now, more than 2,000 people, mostly women and youths, have received starter kits as part of move to empower them become self-reliant in a state recovering from challenges of insecurity. Pet project of the wife of the president, Future Assured, in collaboration with National Center for Women Development, with support of the Borno State government, presented the items to the beneficiaries in Maiduguri. Memuna Garba was there for Sunday Magazine.
This is not the first time the wife of the president's pet project, Future Assured, is assisting the less privileged members across the country. Flagging of the distribution of the empowerment tools, representative of the wife of the president, wife of the Borno State Governor, Dr. Falmata Babagana Umara Zulum, said the gesture is to pave way for the people to have access to viable economic life.
The Future Assured Foundation has a vision towards securing the future prospects of women, youths, and children in the interest of humanity. This vision can best be assured by optimizing their potentials through easy access to healthcare delivery services, education, and economic empowerment to enable women, youths, and children reach their full potentials in life. In so doing, the Future Assured, in partnership with the National Center for Women Development, considered the peculiarities of Borno as it relates to women, taking into cognizance the difficulties induced by the over a decade-long insurgency and now the COVID-19 pandemic. To me, women and youth economic empowerment, particularly in Borno, will not just reduce poverty and social vices, but also block all avenues of recruiting idle, able-bodied youths into the dreaded Boko Haram set.
Director General National Center for Women Development, Dr. Asebe Bilita Bashir, assured Nigerian women to restructure and rebrand the center for optimal results towards empowering them.
Let me emphasize the Nigerian women that National Center for Women Development will always synergize with the offices of the First Ladies in the 36 states of Nigeria to eliminate all factors hindering women emancipation for social economic empowerment and political development. Borno State has suffered numerous problems as a result of insurgency for the past 12 years. It is my utmost belief that the collaborative empowerment items brought to Borno State will assist some of the economic problems faced by our women in our dear state.
It is always embedded in our budget, every year budget, for IDPs all over Nigeria. But we chose Maiduguri, we chose Adamawa, Taraba, and Yobe for some years now. Only about 2 years ago, we were not able to come to Maiduguri because of the serious attacks that were happening, so we were advised not to come. But by the grace of God, this year we will be here. We come specifically for training. We stay with them for 2 whole weeks to train them on different skills of the items we are giving them.
Northeast Coordinator Future Assured, who is also the Commissioner for Women Affairs, Zoe Ragambo, said the benevolence is a continuous one.
The wife of the President, Dr. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, she has magnanimously again displayed that love for the less privileged, love for the vulnerable. So it's a double joy for us as the Northeast Regional Coordinator of the Future Assured and as the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Borno State. We can Their Excellencies enough and will continue to pray for Nigeria to have peace so that in the long run these women we're empowering will be able to take care of themselves and not really wait on government or other people to support them.
The beneficiaries comprised of male and female. Each of them got one item among the starter kits, which include generators, barbing kits, sewing machines, deep freezers and grinding machines, among others.
In kullum haka ake tallafa ma talakoki da zamu ji dadi. Mun gode Allah ya taimake su, Allah ya sa musu a mizani.
Wannan ba shine farko da ta fara ba. Ubangijin Allah ya saka mata da alheri. Shi gwamna zulum da ya taimaka mata har zuwa haka din kuma shi ma ubangijin Allah ya saka mishi da alheri.
Allah ya bata lada wannan wata mai albarka, watan Ramadan. Mun gode sosai. Allah ya saka mata da alheri.
We are always praying for her to get this seat, and now we are very, very grateful to see that she has done what we are expecting her to do. The only thing that I can say, we just keep on praying for her on what she has done.
Sunday Magazine is praying for Future Assured and all its collaborators to keep waxing stronger in order to continue touching the lives of less privileged members of the society. Let's now take you to southern Borno. Member representing Chibok at the Borno State House of Assembly, Mufoni, has undertaken a 3-day visit to his constituency to interact with the people and was given a hero's welcome by loyalists and APC party supporters in the area. The visit offered an opportunity to the state legislature to appraise state projects in Chibok, where he showered encomiums on Governor Zulum for the transformation drive in his constituency. Pauline Kujevana, tell us more about that.
Mufoni is a grassroots politician and a philanthropist whose impact in Chibok local government area earned him their confidence and trust to serve and represent them at the Borno State House of Assembly for years now. Upon recovery from sickness, the member thought it wise to visit his constituency and interact with the people to know their challenges towards providing solutions to it. Mufoni also took time to visit projects being executed by the administration of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum at Bolangeng Modern Health Center, Mboa Water Project, the Mboa Chibok Mbalala Route, 200 Housing Project, Mbalala Technical School, Mbalala Modern Health Center, and Government Lodge.
Government Lodge kan arga an gama. Makarantu da asibiti yanzu ma mun tashi a Bolangeng mun je mun ga asibiti. Mun ga abin da take bukata. Saboda haka mu mutanen Chibok wannan karon Allah ya ba mu sa'a. Kar mu yi wasa da wannan sa'a din. Mu bi shi sau da kafa.
Mu elders din ne, mata shi ne, mata mu ne. Ba mu da abin da zamu iya mu faɗa ma shi wannan gwamna, kawai Allah ya taimaka mishi.
Kakanninmu sun sha wahala, ba za su iya su tafi Maiduguri da sauki ba, amma yau shi gwamna ya ce bari mutanen Chibok su yi walwala a lokacina. Shine tunda Allah ya kawo shi, shi kuma yana kai.
Ashina salni Santa Lamura Pri nzina maasi Santa Pri darantiri mini dara yawa ani imadavi. Yarda adua amada dir kibaku kakelar mpig zigam.
The hospitals in Bolangeng and Mbalala, which have been completed and functioning, have challenges of drainage and road systems, fence, water, generators, and manpower.
Kafin mu shiga da ruwa wajen lebo sai mu bi daga hanya sai mu zagaye tukuna da bucket.
Among other challenges gathered, the member represented Chibok Mufoni pledged to collaborate with the council to provide solutions to some, while the rest will be forwarded to the state government.
This is the main challenge, getting to this health center. Something must be done about this thing. This is why we are here to see it view it by ourselves.
No doubt, the completed and ongoing projects which have transformed Chibok local government area had Ayamufoni emphasizing on quality work and maintenance of contractual agreement of time frame.
Wannan abun kunya ne. Wannan abun kunya ne. Inda Chibok ne dan kwangilan wannan kowaye ne.
The people, stakeholders, APC supporters and Ayamufoni loyalists thank Governor Babagana Zulum for the developmental strides in Chibok local government area.
Ba abin da zamu ce sai godiya. Duk Chibokawa sun gode, sun ji daɗin abin da gwamna yayi a kasar Chibok.
People are very happy for what they have saw. So we want to thank His Excellency for this wonderful development in our area.
Professor Babagana Umar Zulum a cikin kankanin lokaci ya yi mana gaman lodge wanda kowane irin baki ko shugaban kasa ne ba za mu yi fargaban soke shi a Chibok ba. A gaskiya gwamna muna ce maka mun gode wa honorable member mu.
Vina nan karafiri kwagin kafi. Ta wulakatar nan da ya kwanda. Ta gwamna da ya ala diki bako sai godiya.
Da Allah ya taimake mu da Babagana Umar Zulum ya zo ai mana kuma mun gani ai mana technical an sake ai mana asibiti banda waɗanda aka yi a cikin Chibok.
Da ana yi mana haka din da yanzu Chibok ya fi haka. Development ya fi haka. Saboda haka mun gode ma Professor Babagana Zulum. 200 house da ya yi mana kasan Chibok mun gode mishi so dewa.
Wayannan gidajen in aka sa ido aka kalla sun wadatar. Bari ma wayan su ayyuka wayanda aka yi na gyaran cikin gari, tuna drainage, hanya dai wanda ake shimfida cikin gari da sauran ayyuka da ya yi mana mun gode.
Sunday Magazine is happy that Chibok is benefiting from the transformational drive of the government of the day in Borno State. And back here in the state capital, Permanent Secretary, Borno State Ministry of Education, Ali Kaka, has successfully retired after putting in 35 years in service. Ali Kaka had, during a valedictory session to mark his retirement from civil service, showered a series of encomiums on Governor Babagana Umar Zulum for giving him the opportunity to serve and for the tremendous transformation witnessed in the education sector in Borno in less than 2 years of the Professor Zulum-led administration. The valedictory ceremony took place at the conference hall of the Ministry of Education, where staff praised the Permanent Secretary for meritorious service. Here are more details of the story for Sunday Magazine. Ali Kaka particularly acknowledged the prompt payment of students' feeding impress and improved quality of their food, timely payment of NECO and WAEC examination fees, as well as construction of new technical schools and higher colleges in the state. Others, he said, include return of some schools hitherto affected by insurgency back to their original areas, renovation of facilities, improved inspection of post-primary schools, and successful implementation of homegrown feeding scheme in 11 secondary schools. The outgoing Permanent Secretary commended efforts of the State Commissioner of Education, Bello Ayuba, and the entire staff of the ministry for achieving success. He expressed satisfaction with the high level of support he got from the staff and urged them to extend same to his successor, adding that he will remain grateful to the state governor, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, for giving him the opportunity to serve as Permanent Secretary.
For His Excellency, thanking him only is not enough, but it is only God that will reward him. He appointed me as a Permanent Secretary and posted me to the Ministry of Education, where I am supposed to, because I started my civil service career from scratches to this rank. It is His Excellency that appointed me to come and serve my people in where I am trained. So for this singular grace that he gave me, I thank him. I thank him very, very much. May God reward him. My relationship with the Honorable Commissioner of Ministry of Education, Honorable Bello Ayuba, all the successes that we recorded in the 1.5 year of His Excellency Professor Engineer Babagana Umar Zulum, I think with his understanding, we achieved all what we achieved. And I clearly indicated that all what I did, I first of all seek for their apology if I offended them. But anything that I have done in the course of my duty, in the course of the official duty, I have no apology and I have no regret for that one.
Special Advisor to the Governor, Tijani Lawal, congratulated the outgoing Permanent Secretary for his meritorious service to the state and charged officials of the ministry to redouble effort towards educational advancement of Borno. Also speaking, the Ministerial Secretary Sadiq Kadafur described the Permanent Secretary as a seasoned administrator and an education reformer with high integrity and level-headedness.
I have worked with several Permanent Secretaries, but Ali Kaka is one of the best, a stakeholder.
He appealed to the outgoing Permanent Secretary not to allow his wealth of experience to go with his retirement, as he still have much to contribute to the state. Directors and other top officials of the ministry who spoke at the occasion extolled the good leadership qualities of the outgoing Permanent Secretary, describing him as a good mentor. They commended him for the wealth of experience displayed in the ministry, pointing out that they have gained a lot from Ali Kaka.
I pray to Almighty Allah to continue to guide, protect, and bless you.
We really appreciate the way you live with us, and you have given us a lot of guides.
Some of activities that have not been done for the past 15 years, honestly, with his presence, we have done it, and we have seen the achievements in that.
We are not leaving you. We are disturbing you with our phone calls and all the activities that we are doing in the ministry.
A word that I can say, congratulations, and I wish you the best of what you wish yourself in the course of your retirement.
Ali Kaka started his civil service career in 1982 as clerical officer and rose to the position of Permanent Secretary in 2019. Here is wishing the outgoing Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Ali Kaka, God's guidance and protection and a prosperous life after retirement. Now, it has been 100 days in office for Maiduguri Local Government Chairman Dr. Alilon Yaumi as he celebrates with a call for intensification of prayers, especially during the holy month of Ramadan, for peace to return. In the spirit of the Ramadan and the 100 days celebration came humanitarian activity with over 600 less privileged persons receiving cash support of 10,000 naira from the Maiduguri Council Chairman. Iyamaji is our guide on this package.
It was a celebration of lots of 100 days achievements that make the 1 year of Maiduguri Local Government Council in office. The chairman, Maiduguri Local Government, Dr. Alilon Yaumi, had urged people of the area to take advantage of the holy month of Ramadan and intensify prayers for peaceful coexistence, unity, and tranquility. He expressed gratitude to Almighty Allah for the opportunity given to him to lead the people of Maiduguri and commended Governor Babagana Umar Zulum's concern to the plight of the common man, saying the state is blessed to have transparent leader as governor. The chairman appreciated Maiduguri communities for their cooperation, assuring to identify with their hopes and aspirations, stressing that his council is committed to providing basic needs of the people as evidence of democracy.
Baranzu Gomna Bornoi, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, Suras Kenyana, Alhamdulillah, Kilti and the Tucson Awada Itakated. She Casadizano was some Pisoro, Talans and Jimalzana. I ticket Talain so Sorowa Haladin, Awala Tike, Karawari Kalaman Gana, Huluinas and Bisor Katasan Ankara. And they local government Diana Mare and they ID our Shibaranze semi Alan Sidin Naden and they Chidan come the Ritagateri and they can them boy and they some Bisor data our Shomana Den. Inshallah, cancel day our Raxana was so Kandero Kijin so Inshallah, Tinya Daniel and I see their DNA. Alandia so you, Alan Hache, Ala Commande our Shire did no matter and they took so Alan Shoman and the Rofedas. Ni Israel Raskariana. Ati chama soiro askarinyana kansela ndiro askarinyana director de local government ndiro kala sabnairo askarinyana
Dr. Yaomi had also distributed the 600 bags each of rice and sugar as Ramadan Karim gift to the people, courtesy of the state government. He assured that all the 13 wards of the local government will benefit and implored all to be patient and rally round the APC-led administration for more dividends. Also speaking, Secretary of the Council, Ali Lawan Kari, lauded the chairman for his concern to the people and thanked the governor for allocating 2 trucks of rice and sugar as Ramadan gift.
Shinkafa a shamna karo jamal lardiyala gozo isna na an karo sai taro mamure da almano na amsa kwata awo ade biska yaro antilina na mamure mare kolle iske musko ina andike sa.
Present at the Ramadan Karim distribution are the Vice Chairman Zanna Bukar, the Council Legislative Leader Lawan Ganangama, all councillors and stakeholders of the area. In another development, Dr. Ali Lawan Yami had also directed the Works Department to assess all broken down boreholes and submit estimates for repairs to his office, saying no community will live without water. He gave the directives while inspecting the Shetima borehole converted to solar power in collaboration with a non-governmental organization rescue mission, saying the system will go a long way in addressing water scarcity in the area. Dr. Yami had also attended Juma prayer in Magumeri town, where he enjoyed the people not to learn in offering prayers for peace, tolerance and tranquility, adding that the council will provide logistics.
Furo kena ringalaro ala ngoroni ala ndora nyamanguwa heronguwa sordon fizuro na jaman deso ala rinyo ala waltu yow aw shi de ndoro na wanye ko lew fitana don soron da yana da apima ndoro sudu ande hande ya saya kaman da ndoro neski sudin.
The chairman, who commended effort of Professor Babagana Umarazim for his effort toward restoration of peace and return displaced persons to their ancestral homes in dignified manners, stressing that the governor deserves support with prayers to actualize his vision of a better Borno that all will be proud of.
Alhamdulillah, hutu boroido rumia ala baras kana tunelefa eto ndana hutu mashitiar damzubula damdana alhamdulillah ala ndelefa ndiro ndelefa asra
ashan ma ngudu ada ala ndona isi office na chona isi dawo jaman zailan kurma galan zakara jaman la deru sunna da kuma da ala nya zuna so ala sha zahabsu ala da ndia fuzu ala darajan zasra.
A big congratulations to the workaholic chairman of Magumeri Local Government Council for transforming the area positively within 100 days in office despite daunting challenges. Now, Governor Babagana Umara Zulum has enjoined members of the dreaded Boko Haram sect to consider the blessed month of Ramadan and stop attacking innocent and defenseless communities. This came Professor Babagana Umara Zulum paid a sympathy visit to victims of the recent Boko Haram attack in Damasak, the headquarters of Mobar local government. Here again is Iyamaji with more details of this story.
The governor, who was touched by the destruction caused during the attack, said the holy month of Ramadan is meant for recitation of the Holy Quran, giving out charity and supplications, which is opposite to the violence perpetrators in Damasak and other places by the armed groups. He called on the people to consider the incidents as destined by Allah and intensify prayers for restoration of peace and tranquility in the state and the country as a whole.
Kentawra walannin bulando yando so kakando so samma so iso sandia dunowa nan inga ga no dan kanadi gono mana ifanuwa kungawa adelan suro bula adelan kam done sandia fantena doen daji ala shaboskus ziya ci zida ala suro kentawra wadannelan kuma ala fidiya tawdu anda zapci kan taw bara kan buga yimbo njigin yaw ngudun doa adu sani Allah do karala nadu wonde lenu chiro ala koryo ala ndero pitana da khaps ala ler bornero ala ndero nelefa herracho.
Earlier, the chairman of Abadan Moda Isami Jabulam expressed gratitude to God for witnessing this year's Ramadan and appreciated Governor Babagana Umar Azlam for the concern to the plight of the common man. Moda Isami Jabulam employed the people of Abadan to take advantage of the Ramadan fast and pray fervently for restoration of peace as well as God guidance and protection to the governor in his quest to restore the lost glory of Borno as home of peace and hospitality.
And the issue Kalazan Diana Arsoman, Zictim Nicolaran Fulenmar, Zawur, your Askriana, Kuma Yarabi, Ala Casare Mara Casarasera, Ala learn the Tuxor Elevacho, Nal learn the so Kuma Yarabi, Ala Command Duso Fans and Notes. Yare, Bonma Mare, Ala Bara, Ala Command Yarabi, Ala Yabanazu.
He said Professor Babagana Umar has provided PP drums of foil to boost irrigation farming in the area and urged the people to reciprocate the gesture by supporting government policies.
Jama Martuno Kaneri Gono She Namzi Bunia Kauso Azoro Namzi Nakalo Nye Kaneri Gono Martuno Pistanzuru Bilala Namo Kurumazon Aurono Askarian Palmbenero Jama Bulade Nye Kila Langorero Kandiria
Jama Aumara Timaba illa wani yaro gunina gwamnar fati a gonye don gwamna do kishi a fandena gwamna do jama'an zuro kishi sidin leccin basuwa kajiriya buniyar awari wa zina so kilan chorochi da zina da ya jama'a wannan don alfama mangana ne a fidu ya nan motun da gwamnan gawan jina wanda damar luwi ala sunna ne yaro gwamna a fiya wani yaro sanduna sidin matuno ne ya godon na da ala kore amma da brozana da ala sai ya gauzu
ko gwamna ya dago da samma ishena kane dugono awdo ne rogul jinna samma kirno kurun dama na plando e baw ga marro lenum na la nyoro be asinasul kuyi avere yaro bala gari ngai nguskuna am gari mangalo
Your Excellency jamande mutun yoro gudena ide ngoi chip konga da suro bula ilan chaman konga dun guso soluni am solunan be ma kama duriya solu sai kala le man kamaro suron jokune kashara.
On his part, the state assembly member representing the area Jamnabong urged the people to be patient and law-abiding, stressing that government is making effort to end the lingering security and return all displaced persons to their ancestral homes.
Septunde na de dama sak nafsi kirturo karaha do abadan pandien. Dama sak kirtu so ndi yaran ya abadan pandien ba. Kuru dama sak idea kirturo gain. Jaman de boye ishe chegbo kampu ari ande agojin ba yaro waljado. Kuru ala isidia solo lokto ganain. Gwamna kasar zeru yana kuru ala isidia dar abadan me pandien. Ndaro da ne na fato yi bawo. Kanadi gonyo awari gubero wazuna nganza yero wazuna sama kanadi goza napkala. Ande matuno ayi alakmin wajin kanadi gonyo insha Allah baraz gumna ngawndin da zunai.
Gwamna ya hutu mana zuna din hutu isha a canji a washi mare yene canji tiya sanare kalan canji turoma ande da kasanne mo wanzu ishe nami harkan da diyan.
We hope members of the dreaded Boko Haram sect will sheath their sword wholeheartedly and consider the appeal made by the governor and other stakeholders. Now, Secretary General and Marketing Manager, 18th Engineering Company International Limited, EEC, who is also the traditional title holder of Mutawalim Bindiga, Comrade Mohammed Bello, has been presented with an award of recognition. The award was given to Comrade Mohammed Bello by the Nigerian Universities Engineering Students Association, NUESA, University of Maiduguri chapter, for his immense contributions towards assisting undergraduate students of engineering in tertiary institutions across Borno to realize their full potentials. Let me now take you to El Kanemi Hall of the University of Maiduguri, venue of the event, where other personalities also received awards.
nan aiki na da 'yan makaranta da sauransu ko me ka sani yayi karkace ba zai yi ba kawai kace zai yi ko da karfi kace zai yi saboda injiniya ka'idansa ne in ka bi ta wannan plan A bai yi ba ka canza plan B bai yi ba ka canza plan C in Allah ya yarda sai kai nasara wannan shine fata na ga yan uwana da abokanai na kuma na yi farin ciki sosai wannan award din da aka bani aka bawa kamfanin mu gabaki daya kuma da sunana nagode Allah ya saka da alkhairi.
Comrade Mohammed Bello had in recent weeks facilitated the training of 150 students of Ramat Polytechnic Maiduguri in civil engineering where each person got a certificate upon completion.
Akwai su a site namu, akwai wayanda suka je karatun ITF a site namu, kamar na yadda muka yaye Ramat Polytechnic last time, to akwai na university ma a ciki, amma su time nasu na yaye su bai yi ba. Lokacin yaye sun Allah yarda kai ma in kana da rai zaka zo ka zama shaida. Suna nan muna tare da su, kuma har gobe ko nawa za a turo muna ready tare da su. Kuma planning nawa ba wai a koya musu aiki ba yanzu, aiki yayi yawa. Bayan sun gama koyon aikin Allah yarda su wata rana su za su zama masu kamfanin. Shine batana.
Representative of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum and other personalities received awards, praised Nuesa for the recognition.
It's really amazing how students, they thought of even choosing a topic very relevant to the current situation in the state.
I have to thank and appreciate Nuesa for this award, and then this will bring more of me out, so that I will ensure that I contribute my quota, especially the engineering quota in the development of humanity.
I'm very, very grateful and appreciable for the Nuesa to find me worthy of giving me this very important award.
Being as a former student of the university, from engineering department, it came to me as a surprise because I just heard it yesterday that I'm one of the recipients.
It's a very auspicious occasion, and these students are doing very well, and it's good to be their mentors. Mentorship is a very important thing that we don't look at, but we have to mentor these kids.
Glad to receive this award. In this university, I think same 15 years before. I'm also students in university. When I receive this one, I'm very, very happy. When I stay here, same me are students here. Yes, so I really thank them.
I want to say a big thanks to you, University of Maiduguri, for Faculty of Engineering and the nation, for awarding our company and to offer employees with the award. Thank you very much.
We commend Nuesa Unimate chapter for recognizing distinguished personalities that have, distinguished themselves in the society, especially the Secretary General and Marketing Manager, 18th Engineering Company International Limited, Comrade Mohammed Bello. As the month of Ramadan progresses peacefully, do you remember the Muslim Ummah who are internally displaced persons in camps and how they are faring with the fasting? Let's now follow Kaigama Mustafa Shehu to one of the largest IDPs camps in Maiduguri, the Bakasi, where he took time to observe iftar with the IDPs.
With Bakasi camp came to life at sunset with resident ration bag to be part of the iftar with their families and community. These are the internally displaced persons from various local governments of Abadam, Marte, Kukawa, and Goza, as well as Guzamala, taking refuge at Bakasi IDP's camp, and are thankful to Allah for sparing their lives to be part of this holy month of Ramadan fasting.
Na ro shana kusa ndiaraka kanda wala gana la kalanna njiye andila alhamdulillah beji gwamnati andir tallaba sirin alhamdulillah amma adiya ku asham kimindi yare zafi ya tsoro zau kuro chaboro ladin kannuru abarna su tella nu fondoro zoro kidar wazana nagar kankara la man mi wori ma isu kidar wazana am dele za post office la ndo ma za saudi amma ku karanga Allah kankara da ga na tondi no wazana gwamnati barno sai ta gwamnati tare a local government so bana murade yana gwamnati sari bagani sari na diro amma sura ashan ma diare andiro bana sadu.
At tonight iftar, the meal with which the IDPs break their fast at sunset is mostly dates, forage, and water, with the men in communal breaking of fast outside their houses. Women and children are inside. Practice ablution and prayers are sacrosanct as soon as the call to prayers is echoed, with most of the IDPs trooping to the mosques for prayer, with demonstration of love to each other, smiling and hopeful that their lives will be changed for better in no distant time. Allahu Akbar. Most food for breaking of fast are those distributed by aid agencies, NEMA, SEMA, and well-meaning individuals, but this is not enough for every IDP, as many supplements with food purchased from earning through jobs.
And then I'm going to call a chimoshud in Masana Mukondikin. Yalandia, I sort of had the son of come deal, the so Yakut, the so, and doubt the so, I say Yalandia, so hard and killer composer.
Fondium bango chika so yalan pol naira fiu kam nanzin be ya sulu chucha kam nanzin ba ma na kono amma dira kimunde ya bunum a kankara yayin da makozin amma kawo bar kimunde kankara na
arbi an gairo shira alango danyan cintin hawar da fanyen amma bana sadiya ma an dero chona idera an de karo ku jinzidiyan amma an de a pima hondiyen de
alhamdulillah nduli kara da monti kara den futukun na do kan she ishe na dan futu ngawo do bun gami na sha monti kara irin na duro ishe na ma advantage zuriye na
zo uro baba kana mara muslim gwamna doye muko da mukoro ngo kunguna ngo sanda adere zinga tima muko da mukoro kambe kamba na zin ruyende shedero ande mandere isin ya shiro askrin yana shiro gode yana
nduwe dai mursada alalan alaro dai lutu kamla ando gana shaso awlaso ay samma shigin awdo kamanda suru.
The IDPs market has been making food accessible to host community and IDPs alike who have the means to make their purchase, as most of the acquired items can be obtained without having to go into town. The experts at the IDP break their fast peacefully and praying that by this time next year, they will celebrate in the comfort of their homes with the hope that normalcy is fully restored and their communities reconstructed.
Oh yes, Kaigama, it is our prayer that by this time next year, all the IDPs in Borno will observe Ramadan in the comfort of their homes. Patronage for dates has significantly increased due to its nutritional value, support for healthy living, and spiritual importance to fasting Muslims during this month of Ramadan. Linda Moses takes a look at the overall importance of date fruit and its rising profile with increased usage in Borno, despite the fact that it is not produced in the state.
Date is a very nutritious fruit that contains various health benefits to the body, especially the dry ones.
Date is a natural sweetener that contains several essential vitamins and minerals. Research indicates that dry dates are usually used during breaking of fast, as it can help the body's blood level to quickly return to normal. Muslims usually eat dates both at Sahur and Iftar, as demonstrated by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who broke his fast with dates and a glass of water.
Ita dipino, Allah ya bata wani nadiri na musamman a jikinta. In mutum ya yi yini da azumi ga ishirwa ga yunwa, to dole a jikinsa ɗin akwai wani ababen da sai yi losing ɗinsu kamar su glucose da sauransu. To lokacin buɗe baki, in ya yi buɗe baki da wannan dipinon, to sinadarin da yana cikinta sai miyar masa wannan abun da ya yi losing ɗinsa. To shi ne a cikin sunnan manzon Allah sallallahu Alaihi wasallam lokacin buɗe baki mutum ya yi amfani da dipuno.
Dr. Nasir Garba Zango said, dates helps in reducing inflammation, constipation, and improves the brain, which is beneficial for learning. The doctor noted that dates is important to be included in our daily diet, as it can instantly reduce cholesterol, thereby helps in managing weight.
People that usually take dates a lot have reduced possibility of getting diseases like cancer, especially colon cancer. So they have reduced, and it also has antioxidants. So having antioxidant, it can prevent some of the neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's diseases. It contains vitamins like vitamin B6. It also contains iron, manganese, and potassium.
The general consensus of sellers is that the price did not increase much despite the challenges faced in transportation, while buyers appreciated the price and its importance to the body.
Na same shi har yanzu ma haka yake.
Ana saya amma kuma gaskiya sayan bai kai na baya ba saboda da an fi saya. Yanzu an saya an ajiye a gida.
Muna samun shi ne a nan cikin Maiduguri amma kuma hasali ana kawo shi ne daga wurare da yawa. Kamar layin Silbiya da dai sauransu inda ake kawowa har izuwa nan go. Ana yi masa ɗawainiya sosai kamun yanzu. Suna yawan sanyi sosai da ya danganta da kayan azumin.
Alhamdulillah bai yi tsada yadda ake tsammani ba. Wannan babban kwano, wannan naira 2000, wannan naira 1800, wannan 1000, wannan 900.
Yana da amfani, magani ne kuma akwai amfani. Bayan azumi ma ina cin dabino.
Ana cin sa domin ne na gargajiya. Tun asali yana da amfani a jikin mutum.
Za a kawo kasuwa za mu je mu siyo mu kawo nan mu ma saboda mu samu abin za mu dan sa bakin mu ma. Ruwa kama asiri.
It is advisable to consume dates daily, especially this season of Ramadan, to keep the body system fit and energetic.
Of course, date has a lot of spiritual importance, especially in this holy month of Ramadan. Now, the heat wave in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, and its environs is at its peak, a period coinciding with Muslim faithful observing Ramadan fast. Umaru Yakubu Kirawa will now tell us more about the season amidst the scorching sun and continued electricity power outage.
The climate is dynamic and one of the critical issues that have continued to attract the attention of the global community. The weather condition and reoccurrence of scorching heat wave in Borno and its environs have continued gradually, causing great distress to the citizenry. A drive within the metropolis by NTA News crew shows that the heat wave development is not only affecting human beings but causing untold hardship to animals, plants, both mechanical gadgets and vehicles, among others. Some residents of Maiduguri, while narrating their ordeals, called on government to intensify efforts toward restoring electricity power supply so as to lessen the hardship being experienced by the people.
These days I don't work during the day. Why? Because of the weather. Before you know, you get to see my heat sink will be making noise because of the weather, the hotness of the weather. So it's really affecting my system and my working hours. So most times I tend to work during the night because it's cold during the night. At least the weather is a bit conducive.
Even though the weather is hot, at least sometimes for fun we will go to anywhere that there's water, pour it on our body so that we can feel the cold, and the weather will be somehow very easy for us.
Coming down here is a different ball game. Seriously, I've not seen heat like this. A lot of provision stores, they made ice block available, so that has really helped to curtail the heat.
You can see water vendor. I have to buy, ask him to come and pour it here so that the place will look cool, so that I can have a conducive environment to stay. Now, if you come in 2 hours time, now you come and see like a market where everybody is having a shelter here to at least have relief from the problem we are facing. I know the weather is hot.
The weather over the years, it has been almost the same, especially like this month of April/May. It has been a hot weather zone, especially those now that are passing through Ramadan, and students also that used to come to read, they have to adjust. One have to wear a simple cloth, not that thick cloth, and one have to look for a shade to stay under to not moving up and down.
It's affecting us most likely is because of lack of electricity.
It depends on the individual. I work well during the heat period. I do. During the cold period, you just adjust. It's just a matter of adjusting, understanding your body and the environment in which you live, and then you adjust. If it is cold, you find the times that are warmer. If you don't like cold, then you read that time. If it is hot, you find when it is cooler. If you can't read in the heat, when it is cooler, then you read. I think it's just a matter of the individual adjusting to the circumstance that he finds himself in.
Experts are of the view that frequent intake of liquid and rest is essential in this trying moment of scorching heat, added to the Ramadan fasting.
The issue of heat
is natural. It's God-made, it's not man-made. So we have to bear with it. We bear with it. But despite that, government should try as much as it could to make the environment more conducive for learning, because learning needs a very conducive environment for it to take place.
This scorching sun right now in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, has forced some residents to visit riverbanks, as you can see, to swim and rest towards having a sigh of relief. But the big question here, however, is that what is the position of the fasting swimmers? In Maiduguri, Umaru Yakubu Kirawa, NTA News.
Exactly, Kirawa. I think that is something that ought to be considered and should be a story for another day. Our Islamic scholars will be in a better position to respond to that. Thank you once again for putting together. Now, with the continuing challenges of the Boko Haram insurgency, residents of Maiduguri have decried the high cost of firewood, especially in this month-long fasting, requiring a lot of energy for cooking. Kaigama Mustafa Shehu examines trends in the hike in prices of the commodity, the supply chain, as well as risk associated with the business.
Before the advent of modern alternative of energy for cooking, firewood was the basic source that was not only available but affordable. Today, it is the most difficult to get in Borno and more expensive than liquefied natural gas, LNG, and kerosene because of the Boko Haram insurgency. It could be recalled that 40 persons were killed by insurgents while searching for firewood in Gamborungala area. In addition to hundreds have died or were abducted around Maiduguri in the quest for the cherished source of energy in the past few years. While many areas and wards are not accessible entry of firewood into the state capital from available safe routes are limited with the military and civilian joint task force checking infiltration of insurgents. Some firewood consumers appeal to government to come to their aid in controlling price of the commodity, as many cannot afford the alternatives.
Akwai guda hudu ana kasawa ana sayarwa 400.
In ba da itace ba za ka kai aikin ba. Musu addu'a Allah ya taimake su dinga samun mana itace don mu samu itace, amma ba haka ba itacen kan yayi tsada sosai.
Da ce daji jeje yana da kyau, za ji Allah labo kawo, amma jeji kuma ba kyau. Kaga shine abun ya zama tsada. Kaga ni dama ba mu ga sanama da shi, amma kaga dole yanzu muna gasawa da shi.
A da ina siya da soki ina samu riba, amma yanzu dan kayan yayi tsada, yayi mana tsada sosai. Mun fi so gwamnati ya tallafa kaya don ya sauka.
Akwai inda ba jeji sosai ba, don kusa ne amma still ana tsoro. So gwamnati za su taimaka da securities, za su dan raka su samu su dan yanko itace din yanda suke sayar itace. Idan gwamnati ta taimaka musu, su ma sai su taimaka wa jama'a ta wurin rage kuɗin itacen. Kowa ya samu ya iya saya ya aiki da shi.
Chairman Firewood Sellers Association of Nigeria, Borno State Chapter, Baba Maiduguri Ali, attributed the hike in price of firewood in Maiduguri to activities of insurgents, as the commodity is mostly transported from Bauchi State, where the forests are safe for tree felling.
Kumari surobulalan indi naira mi arasaladi amma awdi namtedu gwamnati ga ya weno wi chudaw kala layede sandima sai ya yunena sai ro kungna da biamiya ka kai kamba ina transfer rokos sandima pass nan dalan sadin ande ka kawudu kungiya andiya a indiya so amma ande pass awla so iyan basa cikul da napkada a wasu da burji na da association firewood sabikan du Borno State tembe loko government tembe federal tembe andere izini yuya kaska inshallah ala sida suru blank jawnera mi arasaladin do kagnanyan.
He stressed that cost of transportation, fuel, and 5,000 naira tax imposed by the Union of Road Transport Workers on their drivers are all placed on the commodity, leading to the high cost on users. Forum Chairman, Firewood Sellers Association of Nigeria, Abdullahi Kaigaman Gulde said, firewood is obtained from part of the liberated communities in the state where security personnel are deployed there cutting down trees for clear visibility, adding that a lorry lot of firewood formerly sold 300,000 naira now goes as high as 600,000 naira.
Muna roƙon gwamnati a gaskiya inda zai yiwu da jami'an tsaro su ba mu za mu ba su haɗin kai, mu muna neman gwamnati ta taimaka a haɗa masu aikin itace wanda ko nan hanyar dambuwa aka je in Allah yadda za a rage wani zafin al'amarin itace, amma in ba haka ba in dai har aboci har yanzu za a fita a kawo itace gaskiya ba za mu same shi yadda muke so da sauki haka ba.
The firewood sellers equally appeal to government to assist them by allowing people to go in search of firewood, especially around the Mboa Road, so as to reduce prices significantly.
We hope the relevant authorities will look into the issue of high cost of firewood for the sake of the common man. Now, to give a louder voice to the millions of street children around the world, the United Nations set aside a day to commemorate them by raising global awareness to their plight and the consequences of neglecting an issue that can generate into a major social problem. Pauline Kujivana examines the significance of the day and menace of street children in the city of Maiduguri.
This year's theme for the International Day for Street Children is access to essential services, as they are deprived access to essential services such as education, the necessities of life. Here in Borno State, internally displaced children, children supporting beggars, children scavenging from trash, children being used as forced labor, and almajiri pupils form the street children in the city of Maiduguri.
Gidanmu ne da takalmina duk ya babbarge, da na ji ciwo sai takalmina ya barge, yanzu ban da yanzu na babanmu ne da ya ce da zai siya min takalmi kwanan. Na ji a Kano an kawo ni a maji amarenki karatu, an kawo ni karatu in zama a garin nan in yi ilimi, in yi shokana sarki. Ina so in girma in zama babban na kuɗi. Idan ba mu da shi ne a dufi kam ba mu da kuɗi, ba mu da abin da mu ci, yasa muna bara.
Not only are street children among the vulnerable children in the world, they also are at risk of sexual abuses, accident, being used for rituals or agents of other societal ills.
A lot of strategies have been put in place to remove the children from the streets. There's actually no room for begging on the streets of Maiduguri, and unlike other states, the Borno state government did not return almajiris to their states of origin. Instead, they are being accommodated and taken care of by the state government. For those that are hawking on the streets, the government is also not sleeping on its oars. About a few months ago, the ministry undertook a form of census to find out why some of these girls are not going to school. And in collaboration with Her Excellency, the wife of the governor, Dr. Falmata Babagana Umaru Zulum, were able to identify the parents of some of these girls. His Excellency magnanimously gave us sewing machines and grinding machines. Particularly the grinding machines were in large quantities, and we distributed to some of the mothers to enable them each a living through which they will support their daughters. And I think that's a very giant step in ensuring that the girls are removed from the streets.
Everyone has to get involved, not only the government, but the community, the local community, the traditional council. We have a lot of separated, unaccompanied and separated children. When they don't have their primary caregiver, they opt out to what? To straight begging.
These neglected children are first line in community with lowered health indices due to their predisposition to diseases, poor hygiene and malnutrition. What then is the government's stance on protecting the right of the street children?
It is the right of the child to be given education. It is the right of the child to be given adequate home. It is the right of the child to be provided the necessary health care, which the government on its part is doing. But we have to make sure that the parents are also made to play their role as parents.
The Child Right Act is yet to be domesticated. Ministry of Women Affairs and the Ministry of Justice, with some few national NGOs, are working on that. And I believe very soon that act will be signed into law.
Just like all children, street children have rights enshrined in the Child's Rights Convention, in an essential United Nations document.
The responsibility is now on the society to find a solution to this social problem, especially with criminals waiting in the corner to recruit them into criminal organizations and the continuing insurgency.
Absolutely correct, Pauline. I think all hands ought to be on deck towards getting those children off the street in order to give them a sense of belonging and for the betterment of the society in general. We just have to be realistic in this context. And that brings us to the end of Sunday Magazine for today. We can't wait to see you again same time next week. Now, on behalf of the Sunday Magazine production team, I am Abubakar Muhammad Musa saying Ramadan Mubarak to all of you out there. Good night.
ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين.
الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين والصلاة والسلام على أفضل النبيين والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وسبحانك اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزرنا علما وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Muna godiya ga Allah madaukaki da ya ba mu ikon haduwa a darasinmu na tafsiri a wannan masallaci na Alamin Islamic Foundation a yau. Muna ranar 13 ga watan Ramadan shekara 1442 a hijirar manzo sallallahu alaihi wa sallam wanda ya dace da ranar 25 ga watan 4 2021. Za mu shiga sabuwar sura ita ce suratul Tur. Mun fita daga cikin suratul Dhariyat. Haka ne? Wannan sura da muka fita a cikinta ta karantar da mu darussa masu yawa daga ciki akwai dalilai da suke nuna wato halittun da Allah ya yi na ban mamaki wanda har Allah maɗaukaki yana rantsuwa da wasu daga ciki sannan kuma sakayyar bayan Allah masu takawa wayanda suka kiyaye dokokin Allah sakayyar su ya bayyana a cikin wannan sura sannan kuma labarin al'ummun da suka shuɗe yadda suka karyata manzannin Allah daga kowane zango na wato al'umma sun karyata manzon da Allah ya aiko musu har ma Allah ya ce ko dai sun yi wa juna wasiya ne sai dai a'a wato al'umma ce da kafircinsu ya zo iri